Hey, everybody. Welcome to Team Huddle. Thank goodness for the patience of our team because they just let me be a hot mess. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Valentine's Day. It is February 14th, halfway through the month of February, and we are just moving right along, you guys. It is crazy how time is flying. It is crazy that it's 2017. I hope that the check doesn't, or hope my bank doesn't bounce checks because I'm pretty sure I've written 2016 on like all checks. So, I mean, we'll see. It'll be fun. I'm not used to 2017, even though we're like, what? I don't even know, 40 days into it. It's outrageous. So I hope you guys are all having a great day. Hope you guys had a fantastic Galentine's Day and Valentine's Day with whatever family you have and friends that you have. And without further ado, we'll jump right into Huddle. So I want to do a couple things right before we do that. Last night we had a Monday night huddle for Journey Towards Diamond, and we talked about consistency with always reaching out to new people and keeping your funnel full. And we had an amazing huddle. The part that was recorded was good, but I would say the after party was majority of people's favorite. We ended up being on huddle for like, I don't even know, an hour and 20 minutes or 25 minutes. It was outrageous. It was a good time. So if you did not get a chance to listen to that recording, go back and do it and join us because we just have a really good time. Next week for Monday Night Huddle, we have a fantastic guest speaker. Heather Burke is going to be our guest speaker. And if you don't know who that is, she is our Diamond upline. So she is under Jen Hawkins, who Jen Hawkins is like the grandmother of Plexus. She signed Celeste Diamond, who is the only double diamond. Jen Hawkins herself is a sapphire diamond, and she actually is a guest speaker coming up as well in just a couple weeks. But her level one is Heather Burke. And then Heather Burke's level one is Nikki and Zach Hinkle. And then Amber Ike, who's our emerald, is signed directly under them. And some interesting stuff about Heather is she is a huge introvert. So my dear friends that are introverts, you need to make sure that Heather Burke is on next week huddle for Monday night is a priority for you because she's going to have fantastic tips for you. She also, her and her husband are foster parents that adopted 2 of their little girls. They have 5 children, 3 are bio and 2 are adopted. And they just have a fantastic story of purpose and planning and perseverance. And it's going to be a great huddle. So make sure you guys are putting that on your calendar. Okay, so from the recording from Monday Night Huddle, I put a little contest up, and Tammy Warren, who isn't even on yet tonight, she messaged me and said that she might go to bed early. gotta love our Tuesday nights, Valentine's Day. We have so many people on our team that work different shifts, but Tammy Warren is actually the winner of that. And so we have a little fun giveaway for her that I will tag her in once huddle ends. Another fun contest that we are starting that actually is going to backdate to February 1st is going to be a contest for anybody that adds 3 new ambassadors this month with welcome packs is going to get a free t-shirt from me. And actually, the amazing Melissa Newell is making them. And we have that. Melissa, do you have that t-shirt there that you can show us?
I can go grab it.
That would be amazing. Then we can show you guys what it looks like. But it is fantastic. So for our girls, it'll be perfect. For our guy ambassador, our man ambassadors, we will have another alternative for you guys as well. But every single person on our team, regardless of your level, you get 3 new ambassadors this month of February with welcome packs, and you will get a free t-shirt from me that Miss Melissa is making and designing, and they are adorable. So like I said, that backdates to the 1st of February. So still half a month left. So much time to make that happen, but we are very excited about that. And we have many fun giveaways coming up still to come this month, at least 4 or 5 more in just the next 2 weeks. So make sure you guys are getting on and looking for that. Oh, look, there it is. It says Crazy Plexus Lady. They are so cute, are they not? Like, so adorable. So thank you so much, Melissa. So every single person add 3 new ambassadors with welcome pack. What that means is silver, right? Focusing on silver over and over again. Add those 3 new ambassadors with welcome packs this month of February. and that t-shirt will be yours. Okay. We'll also have new ambassador training, which will be next week. So we'll give you guys a little head up next week on Huddle as well. And then we have book club going on Monday nights at 8 o'clock. We are going over the book called Tribes. It is an awesome book. So if you're looking for a good read, join that one. So tonight I want to talk about follow-up and kind of different things that lead into follow-up. There are 6 key factors that we're going to talk about. And the funny thing about this is I was talking to Amber today and Christy and Elena about kind of what I was going to talk tonight about on Huddle. And the funny thing about this is literally 5 minutes before I jumped on this Huddle, Amber texted us and said, hey guys, I want to talk to you about follow-up. And I'm like, where have you been all day? We've already talked about this. Like, it's so funny how so many of us always feel like we're struggling in the same things, and we always feel like we need to focus on the same things. And so it goes back to what we were talking about last night on Huddle. If you are feeling something in your business that maybe you need a little more help at, or maybe you need a little more focus at, I promise you that 95% of the other people on our team are struggling with that exact same thing. You are not alone. We're all learning together. I've been in this business for almost 3 years in April, and it's still every day is something that we're working on and something to work and improve at. So I'm telling you, the stars are aligning. All right, so there's 6 things. Step number 1, or point number 1, is always be in it to win it. And what I mean by this is when you get someone that shows interest, get excited. Be in it to win it. When someone messages you on Facebook and says, hey, I want some more information on your triplex, you shouldn't be waiting 48 hours to respond to them. You should be responding at the quickest opportunity that you have. Now, for people that are working or people that are in school, that could be on a break, or that could be, when your job day ends, whatever that case may be. But show your excitement, show your enthusiasm. If I am at work and somebody messages me and says, hey, give me some more information about Plexus, what I try to message them back as soon as I see that is, hey, I'm working right now. As soon as I have a free second, I would love to send you an email or text you some more information. What's your email, or what is your phone number? Get that contact information right then and there. Tell them what you're doing. Be, we always talk about being utmost integrity, but, be integrity, or have integrity be one of the highest qualities with these people. Tell them what you're doing. Give them a time frame, and then stick to it, right? But be in it to win it. Show that excitement. When someone shows interest, message them back right away. Email them, text them, do whatever you need to do so that they can see your excitement. Make yourself available is tip number 2. Make yourself available. I had somebody message me yesterday and she said, hey, and I've met with this person 2 other times. We've talked. Hey, okay, I think I'm ready. I think I'm finally ready, but I have a couple more questions. Is there a time this week we can meet? I messaged her back immediately. Let me look at my calendar and see what I can do. And we're going to meet Thursday for lunch. So make yourself available. Do what you need to do to make it happen. If somebody says, my schedule is swamped and I can only do Tuesday or Wednesday, is there anything you can do to make that work for them? Now, I don't want you guys to put your life in jeopardy. I don't want you to put your kids in jeopardy, your jobs in jeopardy, nothing like that, but be transparent with people. People are understandable when you're transparent with them, but don't put them off for 3 weeks, because here's the thing. If you don't tell them and they're interested, someone else is going to. If they message you and you don't respond back for 48 hours, they're going to see some other friend that posted about Plexus and they're going to be reaching out to their person. And you can't be mad when they say, well, I reached out to you first, but you didn't respond. Or even worse, you've worked with this person over and over and over and over again, but you think, oh, it's a lost cause. I can't even deal with it. And you don't respond, but they're serious. Someone else responds, even though you've done all the work, and they're still going to get the credit, because timing is everything, you guys. And you don't know what someone else's timing is. So make sure you guys are making yourself available. Along these same lines, set business hours. I don't want you guys either to be doing this 24/7. That's not what this is about. This is about time freedom. And for me specifically, I can only speak for myself. It truly is about family freedom. So I don't want Plexus taking over my family. Something that I try really to do, and I feel that often, and my husband oh so graciously points it out, is when I get home at 5 o'clock, I work really hard to put my phone down, and I don't pick my phone up again until Josiah is going to bed, because that time is designated for my family. My team knows that. My potentials know that. So if somebody is saying, hey, can we talk on the phone tonight? I can call you at 6 o'clock. More than likely, my answer back to them is, that's really my family time. Let me check with my husband, especially if it's someone that I've talked to multiple times. I'll be like, let me see how that's going, or let me see what I can do. Times, give people options. So if somebody says, okay, well, I really want to talk to you as soon as possible, then I'll give them options. Can you talk at 4:30 or can you talk at 7:30 in the morning? Give times that work for you so people can see that you're working, but also set those business hours. You control your business, but make sure you're giving people options so that they see that you're an available person. Number 3, or tip number 3, is communication, making it personal. So George and I this year, one of the things that our 2017 goals is to really set ourselves up so we can buy our first home. So along this process, we've talked to a realtor, we've talked to a financial counselor, we're doing all of these things. And one of the things that I admire a lot about our realtor and our financial advisor is every time I communicate with them, they make it personal. Hey, how did Josiah enjoy his Valentine's Day? I saw a picture of Josiah on Facebook. I love his curly hair. Hey, I didn't know you had German Shepherds. How funny. German Shepherds are the dogs we have too. Make it personal, right? And make sure, step number 5, I guess, that goes into that is add value. Every time you talk to people with communication, make it personal. Make sure you're identifying with that person. If you know that they just announced that they're having a baby, then share that excitement with them, or that they're expecting. Share that excitement. If you know that somebody is working to buy a new home, share that excitement. Maybe you're doing that journey too. If someone is really focused on homesteading, share with them that maybe you want to start a garden this summer. Whatever the case may be, respond to them. Share that communication. Be that that open communication, but add value. So every time I'm communicating with people, if someone says that they're interested in homesteading, I just did this yesterday. I messaged somebody back and said, I am so interested in doing a garden this year. My parents have always had a really big garden. Jill Foster has a huge garden, but it's not something that I've ever done personally. However, I can eat the heck out of some fresh green beans. And Josiah last night ate all of mine. They're like candy in our house. We love them. So why would I not have a garden with fresh green beans? So I was talking to a potential about this. And then when they said something about, yeah, we're so quick to get our fresh green beans in because we know that green veggies and all of that are really good for health. I added right in there, oh, that is one of the best things that I love about Plexus, because Plexus truly is about health. Our omega is focused on cardiac health, on brain health. It's not about putting stuff in there so it's salesy, right? It's not salesy if you make it relatability or relatable, and if you keep that communication open and you add value. Every time you talk to a potential, every time you talk to an ambassador, a potential customer, you should be adding value. If you follow up with somebody and just say, hey, how you doing? Or hey, just wanted to check in on your decision, or how you guys are doing, or whatever, and they comment back and they're like, well, now's just not the time, and you say, okay, peace out, check on you in 2 weeks, you added no value. You made no communication. You made no connection with those people for them to be nothing but annoyed that you took time out of your day, or that you took time out of their day. But if I follow up and say, hey, Marissa, I just wanted to check in with you. I wanted to see how life was going. I know we've talked about doing Plexus before, and you were really talking about excitement of getting your tax season, or when you get your taxes back. Just wanted to check in on that. Speaking of taxes, can you say hallelujah for tax refund? One of the best times of the year. Okay, so I got my point across, right? I said what I was trying to do, but I'm also making it relatable. And I guarantee you Marissa's going to message back and either say, yep, can't wait for that refund, or geez, refund would be nice, right? It's going to go one way or another. And then when that comes back, you can be like, if they say a refund would be nice, my response to that would be, I don't really ever get a refund either, but it's because I have this awesome home business, so I keep money back on my own. So really, it's kind of like I always get a refund because I'm holding 30% back. or you could go a different way. Oh my gosh, I can totally understand that. That's why having a business in Plexus is so important, because it's extra money for our family to be able to go on vacation, to be able to live the life we want to live. Do you see what I'm saying with that? Make it relatable. Make it so it adds value to your conversation. Another content right along with that, tip number 5 is what I've said like 6 times or 5 times or 10 times, is relatability. Make it relatable, right? So with communication, number 1 was in it to win it. Always be excited. Always be, when someone messages you, messaging back. Tip number 2 was make yourself available. Along those terms, make sure you're not killing yourself. Set your business hours. Be transparent with that. Be honest with your potentials. Number 3 was communication, making it personal. Number 4 goes right along with communication. Always add value. Number 5, again, is with communication, relatability. And number 6, the last one, is end with conviction. And what I mean by end with conviction is end with importance. End with something that you want to catch people's attention. You want to know that there's a sense of urgency, right? So when I'm ending a conversation, if we've had different messages going on, or ending it in person, I'm ending it with, oh my gosh, now is the time. There's no better time. Plexus is a household name. The freaking Grammys, Dave Carney performed with, oh snap, who did he perform with? Somebody help me out here. Brain fart. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Nobody knows who I'm talking about? Okay, hold on. I gotta Facebook it. Now you gotta wait. Anyway, but Dave Carney performed, who is a Plexus ambassador. He performed at the Grammys with, I can't believe you guys don't know this. This is craziness. I haven't shared it. That's why you don't know it. Is anybody helping me out here? No. My point is, it's a household name. So again, if you don't share it, somebody else is going to. This is what happens when I don't have when I let random things. Keith Urban. He performed with Keith Urban. They stood side by side. Dave Carney wrote this. Can you guys see this? This is him on Instagram talking about love the Grammys, just performed. And then in his little hashtag, he has no mouse boy, which if you know Tim and Michelle Thomas, that is Tim Thomas's quote. Fall in love with Plexus, men of Plexus, camo, love, Carney style. And then if you go to his Facebook page, he's an independent Plexus ambassador. My point of this is Plexus household name. If you don't tell somebody, someone else will. End with conviction. Talk about how Plexus is a household name. Talk about how Plexus is focused on health and wellness. Somebody said to me, and they say this all the time, what's the difference between Plexus and other health and wellness companies? And to me, that's a really simple answer. Plexus was designed for health and wellness. And a lot of people can say that. But you guys, Plexus was designed for blood sugar control. Our pink drink was designed as an alternative for diabetes type 2 and was almost approved by the FDA. The FDA was going to approve it, but the person that made Slim didn't want to sell it because they were going to high market it and normal everyday people were not going to be able to purchase it. If you don't think Plexus was created for health and wellness, then I need you to do a little background, because it was designed with the pink drink to balance blood sugars. In the trials, they found that it caused weight loss. Plexus was designed for health and wellness and then jumped on the weight loss bandwagon. All other network marketing agencies out there, Thrive, Advocare, Beachbody, oh my gosh, whatever they may be. There's the ketone diet now. I can't think of what those are called. All of those, right? All of those are designed for weight loss. And then they jumped on the health and wellness bandwagon. Big difference. Others, weight loss, jumped on health and wellness bandwagon. We were designed for health and wellness and then jumped on the weight loss bandwagon. So people get this. Our products best out there. Our products are made for blood sugar balance, gut health. And with those things, now is the time for that. Weight loss comes and goes. How many times do we know people that do yo-yo dieting, or people that say, it's the beginning of the year, I'm going to get healthy, I'm going to join the gym? I have so many people I work with right now that have had gym memberships, and I think have probably gone twice. Okay, they've already jumped off the bandwagon, but they say me every day drinking my pea drink, every day drinking my P96. It's that consistency that keeps people coming. It's that consistency that keeps people excited. It's the follow-up and keeping your funnel always full that really gets people's attention. And then when you're following up, being all in, showing that excitement, communicating with relatability, and communicating with transparency, and doing all of those things, and then ending with conviction, and always, always, always adding points of value to your communication. It is those simple steps that are the big difference between people that are going to jump boat with you or people that are going to jump boat with somebody else. Oh yeah, Melissa says she has a lot of coworkers that are doing Advocate Cleanse. The issue is that they gain the weight back once they stop the cleanse. They all see quick results, but they're not the way to go. And that is so true. Anytime anybody does a cleanse, they should know that it's going to get them results because they're cleansing out their body, but that doesn't mean it's long-term goals. And I think a lot of people, I've had this a lot coming up at my job and just people in general talking. And even I've noticed a lot on the Destination Diamond, which is the big Diamond team page, and on Team Flex It Forward, that people, ambassadors that have been ambassadors a long time, are posting questions like, hey, can we tell the difference between Plexus and Thrive? Can we tell the difference between Plexus and Advocare? And you guys, I get that, kind of knowing our competitors gives us a little education, and I'm all about education. It's one of the things that I love. But knowing every in and out to these competitors does you no good. I don't waste my time with that. I joined Plexus for health and wellness. I joined Plexus as a nurse after I spent hours and hours and hours of research. And I still won't take a product without researching it. When they come out with the Mega X at convention 2 years ago, there were people that were hours on their phone researching that before they would take it. I mean, like, it's something that I still research all the time, and I don't trust people, really, when they say something is all natural, because the word all natural is thrown around way too much. And some of these competitors will say that they're all natural, but if your caffeine in your product is equivalent to 3 Mountain Dews, I got words for you. It ain't natural, okay? But I don't need to tell my audience that. I don't need to post a post on Facebook talking about why Plexus is better because we have, are comparable to this and that. 1, that's not compliant. 2, that's not really holding yourself up to the most integrity possible. And 3, why are you wasting your time? We don't care. We know what Plexus has to offer. We know it's better. So all the other ones, don't waste your time because it's not worth it. Focus on what you know, and focus on your truth. No one can ever negate your truth. No one can ever say your truth is not what it is. Focus on that. If you don't feel like you have a truth yet, or you don't feel like you have a testimony, steal your uplines, steal your sidelines, steal Joe Schmoes down the street. Go to the testimony boards and find a testimony you like and use that one, because no one can negate those. No one can say those aren't true. Okay, does anybody have any questions or insight? Jill, you came to attention quickly. Do you have something to add? You always have such good insight.
I need to change the subject.
Okay.
Everybody needs to check their email because the scoop email now says we can offer ambassador-driven specials. We can offer, there's guidelines on how to offer things on Facebook, on social media.
Ooh.
So
yeah, it came out at 8:52.
My email. I saw it, Heather Burke posted it, and so it's in my email right now, and I just put a post on Odyssey to Gems and then on my team page. I can't read the fine print without my special glasses, so but I just want people to read it.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Don't ignore this one because it's been about a year since we haven't been able to offer incentives on social media. We used to be able to say, I'm offering $10 off per se. Like we would be able to put that out on Facebook, and then they they stopped us from being able to do that because they felt that it was kind of undercutting people who were ambassadors, but maybe were not able to offer that extra incentive. And so somebody might join with me versus Tristan if Tristan wasn't offering a good enough deal. So there's some sort of guidelines, but we all need to read them and abide by them. So that's cool.
It looks like there's some new shareables that you can use too with it. So that's fun.
So enrollment specials, it looks like there's product specials and gift giveaway guidelines. So it's pretty exciting.
That is exciting. The other thing I want to say that's right below it is it talks about how to avoid Facebook jail. I'll be checking that one out. Okay, we'll letting you know what that says. Lynette, what were you gonna say?
I was just saying, it looks like it's some of those same things, Jill, like the $10 off and so much off a single product and stuff. So some of the same things that we.
All right, good deal, girls. Convention. Kaylee, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I just had a question. I'm still like pretty new to all this. I mean, I've had so many people that have been so interested, and then I give them all this information, and then nothing back. And I guess I struggle with follow-up. Like, I don't know how to like approach someone without sounding like, hey, I'm just messaging you to see if you still want to order. I guess I was wondering how like some of you, do you like wait to approach if they like another post, or do you go ahead and do it after 2 weeks if you still haven't heard from them? Or that's my question, I guess. I don't know. I've just been struggling with that.
Anybody want to answer? Anybody got huge insight? Well, what I would say, Kaylee, is I always put people on a follow-up schedule. So if I follow up with somebody, for me, no one is ever a no. Even people that say no simply just mean not right now. And so if somebody says to me no, they get put on a 6-month follow-up instead of like a 2-week follow-up. Like, nobody just is never a no, because I feel so strong about our products and about our opportunity that for me, that if someone is saying no, it just simply means that I haven't given them enough information, or their timing is not right now, or they're simply not ready to learn for them to understand what this could do for their life. And so if somebody straight up says no, they're on a 6-month rotation. But if somebody has been interested at all and they go into the plexus witness protection where they just don't respond, I just ignore that and act like they do. And I follow up with them every 2 weeks. And so how I do that, just because this is a really good point. I'm so glad you asked that, Kaylee, because just because I say follow up doesn't mean you're always following up with plexus. Follow up is focused on communication. So if you haven't talked to somebody in 2 weeks and you're like, and you've talked plexus about them, but you haven't heard from them in 2 weeks, and they post a really cute picture of their kid, instead of commenting on that picture of their kid, I'm going to send them a private message. Oh my gosh, Landon is so adorable. Where did you get that shirt? Oh my goodness, I love your dog. What kind of breed is that? Do whatever you need to do to keep the communication going. But it does 2 things. One, it probably makes them go back and read those posts and say, oh, what else did Kaylee send me? And 2, they're going to respond because you just gave them a compliment about something in their life that they're intrigued about. Do you know what I mean? And you'll find that a lot of people aren't trying to be rude. They're not trying to ignore you. They're simply just busy. And the priorities of their life say that although I want plexus, maybe I don't have the finances right, or maybe I don't have the timing right now. But it doesn't mean I don't want it later. So if you stop following up, they're going to forget that they had interest until one of their other friends posts about it, and then they're going to go to them. Does that make sense? So just because you feel like you're being ignored, don't think you are. Because I've had so many people that I followed up with for months with no answers. And finally, I'll say something. They'll respond back and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you messaged me. I can order right now. Let's do it. And so don't give up on that. Anybody else have any? Did that help? Was that? And when, like I said, make the communication organic. If you feel like you're spamming people, if you feel like all you're saying is, hey, wanted to talk about Plexus. Hey, what was your thought about Plexus? Hey, you ever heard about Plexus? If that's all you feel like you're saying, then make it personal. You know, thanks so much for thanks so much for posting that quote today. It really was inspirational in my life. Thanks so much for whatever. Make it personal. But take it back to the root. Before you did Plexus, how would you respond if you liked a picture? Use that comment and continue your communication. Follow-up communication does not have to be anything about Plexus. It can just be about life. Make sense? Anybody else got anything to add to that? Okay, let's take a picture really quick, because I always forget. And then I'm going to go lay down and read how to stay on Facebook jail. Maybe they'll have some huge insight that I don't know yet. P.S. I did Google how to stay out of Facebook jail. It wasn't very helpful. I still ended up back in Facebook jail. Okay. Everybody say cheese. All right, girls. Anybody else got anything? Sherry won our giveaway last week, and I'm going to get that. I'm waiting on one more thing to come in, Sherry, and then I'll get it in the mail to you. I should have it this week, so be looking out for something fun in the mail, because you won the contest last week for commenting on Journey Toward Diamond, your favorite takeaway. Tammy won this week. We'll do her announcement as well. And be on the lookout, because we have more fun giveaways coming. Lynette, were you going to say something?
Oh, I was going to share something that Brian was talking to someone. It's like a customer of an ambassador, but it's a longtime family friend. And she's been really quiet about the fact that she's on Plexus. She took Brian to the side, kind of talk. So she's lost 30 pounds. She's type 2 diabetic. So she's been taking off a bunch of her medication. And her A1C has been, below 6? And her glucose below 100, which is like unheard of for her. And she's on medication for several years, so she was so excited. Yeah.
That is fantastic. Fan-flippin-tastic. And that is what is important. I mean, I know that you guys know this, but yes, we want this for freedom, for financially, for paying for school, for vacations, whatever it may be. But I'm telling you, as a nurse, there is nothing more exciting when you know that you were a part of helping change someone's life. And getting somebody that has diabetes to their A1C, that's the difference from them having legs and being able to walk in 30 years and not, or being able to see and not. Like, that is life changing, and that is what this is about. It's not about us. It's so much more. That is so exciting. All right, guys, we're going to run out of time. Thanks so much for joining. We'll see you guys next week. Always so much fun. See ya.